Carla Bley. She's a remarkable woman who has created her own opportunities without the benefit of either a formal musical education or encouragement from the jazz establishment. She's also a very wild, unconventional lady, and she did it all herself. The Jazz Composers Orchestra Association was her first project. Then came her new music distribution service, and she also has her own record label, Watt Records. But she's not all business by any means. She's kept her 10-piece band together for the last 5 years, traveled with it to Europe several times, and of course she's still writing music. She spoke earlier this week with Chris Bosley.
Oh, Carla, I want you to know that I worked at a radio station where the only record that was outlawed was one of yours. Why do you think that people react to your music this way?
Well, I know that there was a place in Denver that outlawed a record of mine only because every DJ at the station had been playing it over and over again, and the audience just got tired of it. So maybe it's a positive thing.
Do you get reactions like this a lot across the country when you perform?
No. The audience that I get now expects something startling, and they're ready for whatever it is.
Your music is very unique. Is there any way that you could describe why your music sounds so different than most jazz performers nowadays?
I think I like to be different. I think I like to offend. When I was a kid, I used to dye my hair green or wear a carrot on my foot, anything to get attention and just be strange. And I guess it's just that immaturity in me that makes me do that.
What high school did you drop out of?
I went to Castlemont in Oakland. For 3 years, I was in the low 10. I couldn't get out of the low 10.
So you just dropped out of it?
Yeah, I dropped out when I was 15, since I was allowed to drop out. And went to trade school and learned to be a dishwasher, because you had to go to trade school until you were 16 if you dropped out of high school before you were 16.
Did you have any music around you when you were a teenager or when you were younger than that in your home?
I had music around me until I was a teenager, and then no music. I didn't know music was a way to live or a way to make a living, and so I looked for a profession. I thought maybe dishwashing. And it wasn't until much later that I discovered I could make a living being a musician. I worked as a cigarette girl in Birdland and as a coat check girl in Basin Street. And I heard all the great musicians of the time and was, of course, influenced by that music and absorbed all of it while selling cigarettes. And then I sold rabbits for a while, too. Stuffed rabbits.
Well, then how did a cigarette girl get a big band?
What a long life I've had, and I've come a long way, baby. Oh, just through, that's sort of boring, but I joined a rock and roll band. It was Jack Bruce's band, and I learned to love being on stage and driving around in big limousines and smoking long cigars, and got a taste for the high life, and so I wanted to continue doing it. Playing for kings and queens in the capitals of Europe, eating fine food, drinking great wine. So I continued doing it. It's just, music is a byproduct of wanting to travel around and have a nice life.
Carla Bley talking with Chris Bosley. Now let's return to the stage and hear Carla's band. Her husband, Michael Mantler, is on trumpet, Gary Valente, trombone, Vincent Chauncy, French horn, Joe Daley, tuba, Carlos Ward, alto saxophone, Gary Windo, tenor sax, Arturo O'Farrill, he is the son of the noted arranger Chico O'Farrill, is on organ, Steve Swallow, electric bass, Dee Sharpe, that is his name, on drums, and on keyboards, Carla Bley.
1, 2. Okay, a lot of
Dee
things are
Sharpe's
going wrong
microphone
technically.
isn't
I'm
on.
sorry. Could Dee Sharpe have a microphone? He's
He
going to
needs
sing
it.
a song.
It's his song. 10-4.
How can he sing his song if he doesn't have a mic? He doesn't have a very loud voice. He needs a microphone. Why don't you go up to the front of the room and somebody else could play drums? Should we wait till it's sorted out, or should we skip this tune entirely? Go up to the front, Steve, or somebody else play drums.
Many years ago when I lived in Siam, I took voice lessons from the king. What? It's a custom of the king to have his personal private guy who comes up and sings your note in your ear. So, you know, the king, like myself, wasn't a very good singer, but he had a lot of feeling when he sang. So he always had his royal court tune, special A man. Here's another song about a place near Hong Kong. They got lots of opium and lapsamuchung. Siam, Siam. All the fancy pussy cats come from this area. Also got a lot of animals that scare ya. Siam, Siam. The jungle eggs are cooked in smoky bird saliva. After eating that, I'm lucky I'm alive. I am, yes I am. Help, let me out of here! Ask the king if you... He gave me the wrong note! Stupid. Repeat that section!
Hold it, wait a minute.
Repeat that section!
So start it again from there. Keep vamping.
Ask the king if you can stay to sample cuisine. Maybe he will even let you dine with the queen. place I've been in since Budapest. If you think that I'm in love, you're right, I confess. I am. Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
It's a wonderful place. Hit the gong, hit the gong, hit the gong. Yeah, let's hear it for him. Let's hear it for him.
I will tell you who the people I will tell you who the people in the band are right now. The people in the band are Gary Valente, trombone, Carlos Ward, alto, Joe Daley, tuba, Vincent Chauncy French, horn, Michael Mantler, trumpet, Gary Windo, tenor, Steve Swallow, bass, Dee Sharpe, drums, and Arturo O'Farrill, piano. Thank you. Now somebody else is going to sing a song. One of the guys in the band. Charles Aznavour.
But of course.
Turn it up a little bit.
Every time I look into the mirror, all my disadvantages are clearer. But I can't let that destroy my mission, alter or deter my one ambition. Getting you to submit to my wishes. I just hope I don't have to get vicious. I want you to love me, but you hate me. Thinking realistically, of course you won't give me a chance unless I force you. I don't want to scare you or alarm you. Maybe I should try to chloroform you. I can't help but follow my compulsion, even though you feel a strong revulsion. I want you to love me, but you hate me. Maybe I could put into your lunches something that will render you unconscious. While you're out, I'll put a blindfold on you, tie you up and force myself upon you. I can't let you go 'cause I don't trust you. It's so obvious that I disgust you. I can't kid myself, I know it's hopeless. You won't let me make love to you ropeless. There's no way but force, so I'll employ it. Why don't you stop screaming and enjoy it? I want you to love me, but you hate me. I want you to love me, but you hate me. I want you to love me, but you hate me. It's true, isn't it? You hate me, don't you? Tell me, just give me a yes or a no answer.
I don't like them, just boo.
Just give me a yes or no answer. Do you really hate me?
Just when we were starting to play, someone yelled out, "Take him away." Then we heard him starting to boo.
What did you do? What did you do?
I reacted intelligently. Here's my method to riot and see. When somebody's running you down, you gotta turn it around, turn it around. So when they boo at me, you know what I do? I tell them, boo to you too, boo to you too. Boo to you too, boo to you too. I don't take it personally when somebody's booing at me. It makes no difference if the music is fine. I never pay it no mind, pay it no mind. When you're trying to do something a little bit weird, you know, you always have people booing at you.
When we hear 'em start to boo, what do we do? What do we do?
Well, when they boo at us, you know what we do? We tell them boo to you too, boo to you too. Come on, boo to you too, boo to you too. Keep your chin up and play what you feel. Music's always good if it's real. Even if they're cruel to you, you gotta do what you do what you do. When they're ready to tear you apart, use your noodle and try to be smart. Don't just stand there taking abuse. You gotta put it to use, put it to use. You make them boo on cue. They say boo, and you say boo to you too. You make a boo on cue, they say boo, and you say, well, boo to you too. Boo to you too, boo to you too. Go ahead and boo. Boo to you too, boo to you too. I don't care if you don't like it, I like it. That's all that's important. Go ahead and boo at me, I don't care. Boo to you too, boo to you too. I really do care, it makes me boo to you too, boo to you too. Got one more chance. Go ahead, boo. Boo to you too, boo to you too. Thank you. No, don't boo anymore. That song is over now.
Carla Bley. Yeah. Take it back, Carla. Thank you. Carla.
Thank you very much. I don't have time to play anymore. There's 2 more groups. But thank you very much. Maybe we'll come to Kansas City again.
Thank you.
I wish we did have time, but we're running way behind schedule, so we're going to have a very short intermission, then we'll be back. All right. You're listening to Jazz Alive's highlights of the main concert of the 1980 Women's Jazz Festival in Kansas City. I'm Leonard Feather.